Man, I do enjoy still having money.
Not anymore.
Okay, we all knew this was coming. So, I already got an Allosaurus. Now I need something to take pictures with the Allosaurus. You know where this is going. I bought a Stegosaurus. When it came today, it was in a massive package.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, there's no way it needed this massive package. This took up like 1/5 of that package. But it also came with something else. This Dilophosaurus, which this guy I will talk about in a later video. But right now, we're here for Stegosaurus.
Now this figure comes in a massive box with some nice art on the outside and a nice photo on the back of that figure. This figure also comes with an art card with information on the back.
Something I've also noticed about this figure is these plates are made out of a really hard plastic, which helps them stay stiff and not really deform. But it does concern me about how easily, if I was moving these around and grabbed it by the plates or something, they could just snap off. The ones on the tail don't feel as bad as the ones on the neck, but the ones on the neck make me kind of scared. And since I do a lot of photography stuff, the possibility of these breaking off really does scare me. But this is just a figure I'd have to be more careful with, I guess. Now this guy's got some great mobility, considering he's covered in all of these plates on his back. But he's got a generally decent amount of body movement, which I've seen he can go all the way around and look all sorts of weird, but it can go all the way around, and it gives me a good amount of this, and he can twerk. So, and we got several ball joints in at least this part of the neck. So we do get some So we do get some side to side, a little bit of swivel that way. We do have a neck joint here, which gives us that. And with all this, I do have to muscle a little bit, but you can get him looking completely to the side. And that's the same for the other side, completely to the side. Now up's a bit of a chore. A lot of it is in the head. The head gets a lot of mobility, which really does take up for the lack of neck movement. And getting him down's a little scary because the neck plates, but it can be done. You can look down. And the mouth does open up a lot. That's a lot of mouth. And you kind of gotta squeeze his mouth closed to get it closed real good. Because when you open it, you kind of gotta, with your little smirk there, you gotta close them up. I have heard stories of the tail spikes, also known as thagomizers, coming off, but thankfully didn't happen to me, so we're good in that. And the tail spikes have a lot more give than the plates do, because these plates don't really move. The tail spikes give me a little more give, but in the tail, we got 4 different ball joints here, which gives us all the way like that. Do be careful. the tail joint will pop out. I just learned this because it just happened. Same thing, and we get completely the other way. And in tail movement, thanks to all these plates, we don't get that much up, but it's considerably a good amount of up, so I'm not upset with it. And thanks to no tail plates down there, we get a good amount of down. So the tail can go all this far down. And also the legs, front ones, they go about that far out. Kind of get that stance. And these back legs, which they do pop, which is kind of frightening, but you do get that amount of splayed if you want that in your Stegosaurus. And you do get this amount of up with that knee joint, and the foot moves a considerate amount. It's basically just a little ball joint down there, so it gives you a good amount of movement. And the leg, all the way around, goes around town. Same thing for the front leg, all the way around town. That much up, and another ball joint at the foot. So it moves around a good amount. The balance is considerably good. So, and I've heard tales of people being able to get it on 2 legs. Hold on. He can get on the 2 legs. So if you want him up high, grabbing a slightly out of reach branch, here you go. This is an excellent figure.
All right, now I'm doing a voiceover because I forgot a couple things I wanted to mention. And I will say, the paint job of this figure is immaculate. With all the blue on the dorsal plates, even the hint of blue at the tail spikes. This is truly a gorgeous figure. I do think this is a pretty solid figure. I do think $200 is a little expensive, especially since there's no interchangeable pieces on it. If it had like interchangeable tail spikes or thagomizers, I think it would be a little bit more worth it, but I definitely don't regret buying this figure. I just feel the package feels a little empty. I do feel if the figure had maybe like a base or interchangeable pieces of some kind, and if the back plates were made out of a different type of plastic, this would be a perfect figure.
If you already have an Allosaurus and have the money to spend, and you're looking for a new figure, I think this should be your next purchase. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching me unbox the Creative Beast Studio Stegosaurus. See you next time.